is up, everybody? Welcome back to story time. This is technically the second part. Um Part 3 should be coming out tomorrow. But let's get into it because we don't have that much time. We only have like 36 minutes. So I hope you guys like the background gameplay of Infamous later in the video. I don't know if you will see it. If I'll use up all the time. I also played a little bit of Plants vs. Zombies Battle in the Neighborhood or something like that. It was on PlayStation Plus, so I grabbed it. But either way, that's in the video. If you guys get to see it, I hope you like it. If not, let's get into the video now. Let's talk about this kid Haynes. That's not his real name. It just rhymes with his real name. So I mean, you can make of that what you want. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first story is about Haynes, not his real name. And he was just this kid that was so annoying. So he knew how to read before everyone. This is the first or second grade. And he knew how to read before me, before everyone in the class. And the teacher put me to, work with him for him to teach me how to read. Let's say he was pretty narcissistic because I was over there struggling with a word and he treated me like an animal. He was like, and I was like, come on, dude, don't mock me like this. I'm gonna look like a pushover, and then I'm gonna have to start some trouble with, So the word I was stuck on, I will never forget this, was green. And at the time, I had black, gray, white, and green socks. A very weird combination of colors, but still, he saw me struggling and pointed at my sock to help. And I was like, thank you. Then I continued struggling, and he just didn't help me at all. And I'm like, I said the last two words. What is this one? Oh, I don't know. You have to figure that out. Really, bruh? Really? You're gonna do me like this? It was just stupid. Cause, the teacher just had to assign me with this dude that she knows we're not compatible. Now, I would say that's the end of the trouble, but no. This kid continued to push me to my boundaries. So one day, right, we were in class, and he was being a bit annoying. Mocking me. He mocked me a lot. And I remember being like, nope, that's it. That's the last try. I have to start something. So I went over to him and started pushing the chair out the way, right? Trying to look tough. And I was going to start a fight with him if he didn't look so terrified. He looked at me like, please don't fight me, bro. I'm just annoying. He looked at me with the most puppy dog eyes. And I could tell that if I beat him up, his reputation would just go out the window. And he didn't know how to fight, so he was like, if you beat me up, I lose all credibility. Of course, he didn't say that, but I could see it in his eyes. He was like, please. And when I got up to him, he didn't do anything. He just stood there, kind of paralyzed. And I was like, dang, I'm not doing this. This is animal cruelty. So I didn't. And, it was, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could have, if I really wanted to, I could have done some damage right there. But I didn't. I held back. That's pretty much it, really. He was just annoying. He liked to mock people. That's pretty much it. So let's get on to the second story. Okay, so this is about when I met my first ever friend. Pretty bad that it only took 2 grades, but I did meet him in first grade and we became friends there, but that was because he joined the school in the last 3 weeks, so we didn't get to become that good of friends. So I'm counting it as second grade because that's when we truly really became friends. Because if you didn't know, I had no friends. Nobody liked me. Nobody wanted to be friends with a fat kid except this one kid in kindergarten. But I mean, by second grade he just ignored me and he was like, I don't know this loser. He had come from... Actually, I'm not going to say that because it would reveal a little bit about him, and I don't want to do that. But, this kid, I can't say his name, was he was a true friend because he never left. my side. We ate together, we played together, we just did everything together. And the only reason we stopped being friends is because, he left. He had to move schools or another country or something like that. I don't remember correctly, but he had to move. So clearly we got disassociated, but he was a really good friend from what I remember. He was very good. Yeah, no, those are good memories because he was like the only friend I ever had in my entire school experience. Besides him, there was only a couple other people. Like this kid, there was 2 other kids who were, not friends, but we were mutual, We were just like cool with each other, but that's pretty much it, really. He was just a good friend. That's all I have to say about that. So let's move on to the third story, which is about my first fight. Okay, this is gonna be my first fight. Now, my first fight happened in the cafeteria. There's where most fights go on, because the lunch ladies were very let's just say they didn't do their job that well. So there was this girl, and she hated my guts, and she knew Spanish, and I knew Spanish. And this new kid came from Cuba. Now, I don't even know his name, so I don't remember it, so I can't say it. But we became friends, and we became good friends. But she was his English teacher, and I was too, but she was officially, the teacher said, you teach him. So one day she manipulated him into fighting me, and I won't forget this. We were sitting in the table, right? And he was sitting with her because the teacher made them sit together so that they can learn together. So she told him to fight me, and he came over to me, to my table. And I was like, hey, what's up, dude? What's going on? What do you want to talk about? Then he told me, let's fight, bro. Why were you talking trash? He said that in Spanish, of course. And I was like, what are you talking about, dude? And he just put his fists up. So I put my fists up, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And I look over to the table, and the girl is just looking at me like, yeah. And I was like, okay, I see what's going on here. I tell him, who told you this? Why are you doing this? He said, she told me you were talking some trash about me, bro. And I was like, no, I wasn't. And then he threw the first punch, and I dodged, I just went real quick, And then, if I tell you that we landed one punch on each other, I would be lying. We never connected. We just both dodged. And I tried to punch him. He dodged. And then finally, the lunch ladies were like, oh my god, they're fighting. Go, go. Because they were talking about, I don't know what they talked about. But they stopped us, and I remember the walk with the principal got us and started walking. She was like, thought you guys were friends, and he was like, used to be friends. And I'm like, dude, what did they tell you? Seriously. But no, I mean, that's another friend lost to, I don't know her name either. I forget half of these people's names because I'm bad with names. But I will never forget her, man. She was horrible. I don't know why she had to tell him some lies. But whatever. I mean, that's how life goes. I guess there's nothing you can do about it. So let's get to the last story. Now, this one's going to be really entertaining. Here we go. Now, this story is about when I made a kid cry on his birthday, and then the day later I got diagnosed with some terminal disease. I'm not playing with you. So there was this other fat kid, kind of fat like me, and it was his birthday, and he was having it on the playground, and I was like, hey, Dad, want to go over to the playground so that we can eat something, and, I can play with some friends? And he was like, sure, let's go. And we went, and we were having a bomb time. It was a great day. Nothing can ruin it. So we went on, we were drinking some Coke, eating some cake, stuff like that, just celebrating the birthday. And then one of the parents started, giving everyone balloons. And I got a green balloon. The main kid got a blue balloon, which was his favorite color. Everyone got a balloon. and we were playing, and we were having a good time. We just went around, we were running, which is very detrimental. I hope you guys remember that. I was running, I was climbing, I was playing, I was very, I was really pushing my boundaries when it came to physical, just running and stuff, So, I was playing with them, and we were playing tag, and I accidentally, when I went to tag him, I tagged him a little bit too hard, and I popped his balloon. Right, and at his birthday party, with his parents there, I popped his balloon. I got in trouble. No, I didn't. That's a lie. They were like, oh, get over it, bruh. But I wasn't there for that part of the story, because the second I popped his balloon and he started crying, I was like, hey, yo, Dad, let's leave. And he was like, yeah, I'm getting tired too. And I was like, oh my goodness. But later that day, I was feeling horrible. Like, I'm pretty sure I got a fever, my stomach hurt. It was horrible. So we went to the doctor, because I was like literally sick. And they're like, dude, what's wrong with you? And I told them this, that, and they diagnosed me with this disease. Not disease, it was something that went away after like a couple days. But basically, it had to do with one of my organs. If I moved, I'm being serious right now, if I moved too much, it would like explode or something and I would die. And I was like, oh, because literally that day, I had been playing, I had been running, I had been climbing, I'd been playing, I'd been doing a lot of what I shouldn't have. So I was like, oh God, oh no, I'm doomed. Death awaits. That's funny. So let's skip forward to when I got cured. I'll be back to that part. Basically, I went to school and I was like, yo, so what happened with you? And he was like, oh, they told me to get over the balloon and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's cool. So, I mean, it didn't really matter. He just cried and got over it. So we left for no reason. Good thing we left, though, because if I continued, I'm pretty sure I could have died. So, I had like 3 days out of school, and I was in bed the entire time. And this was the first time I had watched Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. And at the time, I had always wanted to watch that movie. And I was like, I'm really sick. I can't get out of bed. Can I please rent this movie? And my mom was like, oh, yeah, of course, sure. And I loved it. I loved that movie. That's a good movie. Really good movie. In my opinion, it's the best Mission Impossible movie. That scene when he was outside the window, like the building, it was tense, bro. Either way. I had also watched that one James Bond movie. The one with like the skeletons or something like that. I don't know. It was a James Bond movie. And yeah, I mean the days passed and I eventually got cured and went back to school and everything was alright. And that's pretty much it for second grade. I mean, sure, I could talk about my experience with Minecraft and my cousin and all that, but that's for another story time. And it doesn't really have to do with school. So, let's move on to the third grade now. Here we go. Okay, so I'm looking at the timer, and you guys are not going to get to see that Plants vs. Zombie gameplay. But who cares, I mean, that doesn't matter. Let's get to it. Now, in the third grade, I moved schools a lot. Like a lot. And by a lot, I mean twice. But that's not the important part. I moved schools for like 6 months. And then when I went back to my old school, I remember being like, please no one recognize me. Because then my new teacher would be, my new teacher would know. But the students would know and they'd be like, I don't know why. I don't know why I cared so much that they didn't find out that I used to go to that school. I don't know why that was such a big deal to me at the time. It's kind of stupid, Kids are stupid. And I was stupid at the time, so I was like, oh, I hope they don't find out. as if I was a wanted criminal, and if they found out who I was, I would get like arrested or something. I don't know why I cared so much. So I remember a couple weeks passing, not a couple weeks, like a couple days, and we had PE, and the PE teacher recognized me, and everyone just looked at me and like, what, you're not new? Well, I'm compromised. This is it. abandoned mission. We're done. We're too far into the dead zone. This is too bad. And then, literally a day later, I came across some of the very same fat kid that I made cry, and they all freaked out like, "Yo, he's back! Bertle's back, y'all!" Oh my god, dude, that looks wrong. The video right there, that looks so wrong. It's a bird, okay? It's not what it looks like. Oh, it's not what it looks like. It's not. There we go. Yeah, just cover it up. Just do not. Yeah, there we go. Either way, I remember them recognizing me, and I was like, well, I mean, now they're gonna ask me a billion questions. This is gonna be horrible. I hate this. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I passed the 3rd grade pretty easily. Now, that's pretty much it, actually. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the end of the video. Part 3 is going to be a little bit more entertaining. I think part 3 is really going to be the best part of this series, because I have a lot to talk about, okay? I mean, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, man, those were some crazy years for me. I'm not even playing. Like, for example, in the 4th grade, the entire classroom, teacher and every single student, I had not one friend, all hated me. And since the teacher hated me too, every time someone messed with me, guess who got in trouble? Not them for messing with me, but me for making them want to mock me. Are you serious? Not once did other students get in trouble. Only me. Only me. They were against me. And it's not because I was annoying. It's because, well, I'm not going to tell you. But it had to do with something. Yeah, I can't say. It had to do. Wasn't anything serious. It definitely wasn't a reason to get bullied, though. I can tell you that much. But it had to do with. I'm not going to tell you guys. I'm not going to tell you the reason. Let's just say they hated me. And it wasn't for something I did. It wasn't. And then for the 5th grade, I moved schools. Get this. Not 3 times. Not 4 times. But 5 times in 1 year. Yep. That's a lot of moving around. And then in the 4th grade, let's go back to the 4th grade. There was this one bully who was he was like 5 inches smaller than me. He was a freaking like ant compared to me. And guess how many times I got into an altercation with this dude? 4 times. I fought him like 3 times. And it was just horrible because the teacher was on his side. Even in times when he was plainly mocking me and sticking his tongue out and just trying to bully me, the teacher gave him reason. So let's just say this school year was horrible for me. And then in the 6th grade, I had a math teacher who I hate, who had no patience. He had no patience, and he put me out in the hall once. He had no patience for teaching. I don't know why he was a teacher, but that doesn't matter. We'll talk about that in the next video, which you guys are probably going to enjoy. I'm going to say it. I enjoyed writing it. I enjoyed all that. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.